Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Penapple and today I am building like a little eco farmhouse, eco inspired. I don't have the expansion pack yet, so I'm not building with any new objects. This is literally just inspired from what I've seen so far. If you're interested in this build, you can download it off of the gallery. My origin ID is penappleYT. A couple of people have been messaging me telling me they're having trouble finding my stuff on the gallery. My best advice is to turn off the Maxis curated button because I haven't been curated by Maxis yet. Not very many people have. And the stuff they pick is always so interesting. Some of it's really quite cool, and then other things I'm just kind of like, so you just rant. Anyways, that is rude. I will move on. Starting out strong, guys. It's been a while. I am rusty. But yeah, so where are we at? Where are we at in life? Let's talk a little bit about the build first. It's just a cute little 1-bedroom little house. It's mostly eco because I guess it has a little roof section that's made of grass, and it's kind of sustainable. The washer and dryer is a drying rack and a little tub for washing your clothes, and you're growing your own food, so you know, growing local. But other than that, there's not really a solar panel because we don't really have that option. And yes, but it's inspired, and it turned out really cute. This roofing is wild, but I really enjoyed it. It was kind of like a little puzzle putting it all together, but it all works. Well, okay. It almost all works. There's this cute little attic section that I showed you guys, and when I built it, I was like, there's no way for them to get to this. We don't have ladders. Like, you know, it sucks. But you could like teleport your sim there. Turns out you can't. It's completely not usable, and I apologize. I learned that after I put the build up on the gallery, or did I? No, I think I knew that and I put it up anyways. It looked cute. And I wish it was usable, but it's not. This also technically counts as a small home, not the tiny home, but a small home, like a smaller home. So that's kind of nice. Nothing too special. I still have not built a tiny home like once successfully. I've started a lot of them and then just like given up because I need space. This is my version of a tiny home, and it is not small by any means. Maybe that's just the American in me. I'm sure it's not. I'm sure tons of Americans have managed to create tiny homes. It's just me. It's just me and how I function as a person. But I'm back. I am excited to be bringing this video to you guys. I'm also really excited to let you know that I will be fulfilling my role as a game changer. That sounded weird, ominous. And I will be for the eco lifestyle. There we go. I probably shouldn't into the camera, into the mic. Sorry. We can be focused, sort of. But for the eco lifestyle expansion pack, okay, there's like always a 1 in 3 chance of, or 2 in 3 chances of getting that wrong. Game pack, expansion pack, stuff pack. Anyways, the new expansion pack, I will be making some content for that with early access. I'm really looking forward to that. And yeah, so I figured I could do a fun little eco build just to kind of like put my toe back into the water, see how I'm feeling, and I'm feeling pretty good. I was feeling a bit inspirationless, but you know, and when this when this expansion pack first kind of dropped, or like the info for it, I was still feeling kind of hesitant, but I saw some other builders saying that it really expanded building functionalities. Also, I am dying to be able to freely place windows and doors. If you haven't heard about that, we're officially going off of the grid, and that'll make door and window placement like choices so much easier, because there are so many instances where I would love to use a specific window or a door, but it doesn't fit. It makes it lopsided. So now I can put a 2-tile door in a 3-tile space and center it. And the balance is restored. Okay, I'm so excited about that. Maybe I'll do a whole build dedicated just to that. Probably not. I still don't have a lot of time. Part of the reason why I am able to make this video is because I am doing school from home right now. And by doing school from home right now, I mean I'm doing all my lecture classes and all of the tests online, which has its whole host of beautiful, beautiful mishaps. But I am not able to do any of my lab classes at all. And to put it into perspective, like I've gone from having like 12-hour days where I'm like staying after school to stay on top of the lab classes and stay on top of all the other stuff. I've gone from that to more like, honestly, like 5 to 8 hour days. And that might be even pushing it. That might be more than it actually is. It definitely feels like that. But it has been really nice in that regard. Lots more free time inside. But I'm doing okay. So really that's all that matters. Yes. So let's move on from that. But yeah, so I have some little free time now, so I thought I would do some building. And we'll see how third year works out. I'm in a 4-year program. Guys, this is the fun part. Oh my gosh. So all throughout first and second year, we have been constantly told that third year is the best year. It gets better, guys. It gets better. Just wait till third year. The third years have so much free time. They have their weekends back. There's so much opportunity and wonder and life out left in the world. If you just hold on. I don't know if that's going to be true anymore, guys. Because we are going to be making up like 10 weeks, no, more than that, like maybe 12, a really long time, like at least 2 months, at least. We're going to try making all of that lab stuff up in summer quarter. And admittedly, summer quarter is very long. It's 12 weeks, which is new. This is a new thing in second year, or in third year. Oh, excuse me. So it's very long, but we're already adding on extra lectures in this quarter to try and like from summer quarter, like pulling them from summer quarter, putting them here so we have more lab time. And the thing with the lab is they can't fit us all in the lab at the same time. That violates social distancing. So only half of us are allowed in the lab at the same time. And also, it's not just us anymore that have the backlog. All of the first years were supposed to be starting lab about now. So we're going to be fighting with them. Usually the first years get the lab all to themselves over the summer. Not no more. So everything's all mixed up. The newest first years aren't even going to be coming to school. They're going to be doing it all online, which is new. Wasn't a thing before. But anyways, I'm just going on and on about school, which is just so, I mean, it just makes up so much of my life. And it's why I just took a break from YouTube for a while. And so, well, that's why we're here. I think mostly just want you to know I'm having a hard time. School is hard. Graduate school is definitely very hard. But let's talk about some more fun stuff with the build. I went with more of a neutral color scheme with a couple of pops of colors, a little bit of yellow in some places, a bit of green. There was like this shelf that we got in Tiny Living, Tiny Stuff Pack. I know it's a stuff pack, but is it just Tiny Living? Tiny Experience. I don't think that's accurate. I'm such a bad game changer. Okay. But yeah, it's cute and it's green, and I wish we had a lot more stuff in that color. But I will always want more. Always and forever. But I think I'm about to hop into the kitchen, which I really loved doing. And then I realized that I had absolutely no place to fit the bed, and so I had to completely shove everything over, and I never did end up getting enough shots of the interior. For this, I really only got a couple, so hopefully you'll be able to watch this and enjoy it. I think we're about to start now, but yeah, I like had to shift the door, and it was a mess. It was a mess. But let's talk about other things. Let's talk about, you know what, I want to really know, what new hobbies have you guys picked up, or old hobbies that you guys have picked back up again? For example, I'm making a cardigan. Oh my god, I have it. Oh my god. Oh my god. 1 second. I can show it to you. It's not anywhere near finished, but it's like gonna be cute. It's gonna be nice. I'm still a little undecided on my yarn choice, but like I ordered it online which I've never done before. Usually I like to feel yarn, but I just graceful. And now you oh god. I'm okay. Anyways, I have a very frenetic energy, I think, because I haven't done a voiceover in a while, so I do apologize. But I ordered yarn online, which I've never done before. It was very expensive. I even bought like not very expensive yarn. It's really not that expensive, but I'm plus size, and so I had to buy 8 skeins of yarn for this. So it ended up being like more than what I'd usually buy a cardigan for. Not that much, but it's more than what I'd buy a cardigan for on sale, which is what I do. I buy things on sale. So anyway, so I've done that. I've been crocheting. I also have been crocheting during some lectures, because there are some lectures where like they're just kind of pointless to take notes on, so I'd rather just sit and absorb the information. And if I'm not going to be taking notes anyways, I would much rather be crocheting, because I can crochet and pay attention. I cannot hop onto a web page, Google coronavirus news, or browse YouTube for videos I want to watch later, or even worse, currently watch cooking videos on silent. And maintain my focus. So, of all the evils, it is the lesser evil of paying attention. Plus, like there's studies showing keeping your hands busy is good. Anyways, but yeah, so I've been crocheting. I have, for a while there, I picked up the piano. My piano isn't that heavy because it's a keyboard. But, picked it up, dropped it. Not literally, obviously. But the other thing I've been doing is I have been making challah bread, and it has been successful every time I made it. I've never made bread before, and I'm just so proud of myself, and it just tastes really delicious, and I will include pictures because I am so proud of myself. I made some today. Like, oh my gosh, my boyfriend, excuse me, my fiance. It's still new. My fiance really loves it, so that's been really rewarding. Like, every once in a while, I'll be like, oh, I can make challah, and he'll just like, you can see the restrained like glee and like, yes, please. He's like, oh yes, that'd be fine. It's so good, and like, I will be visiting my parents at some point, like hopefully once regulations, or allow for it. And so I offered to bring some homemade challah bread to my mom, and she was like, yes, please. The way she said yes, like the way she responded to it when I asked her if she wanted challah bread was like, how dare you even insinuate that you wouldn't be bringing me challah bread? It was really good. It was so good. But yeah, so I'm really excited to do that. It'll be so good to see my parents. I have not seen them probably since around Christmas time, and I got engaged in very early March, and I still haven't seen them, and that really sucks. That sucks so much. I actually have managed to see my fiance's parents while social distancing, all that stuff. Everyone's doing the best they can with social distancing, but I think I've been doing okay. Anyways, it'll be so interesting going back to school and social distancing, because like I said, lab at half capacity only, and we all have to be, 6 feet apart, and we'll all be wearing our masks. The funniest thing I find about that is the problem in that we sit in what we call pentagons of workspace. So there's 5 of us around one centralized workspace, and that's spread throughout the entire lab. And so the moment they told us that we could only work at half capacity, every other student per seat, I was like, how? You cannot divide 5 by 2. Like, these are set spaces. Like, you can't just like shift someone. Maybe they'll figure it out, but we can't really have 3 people per pentagon and maintain social distancing, I don't think. So I've yet to see how it'll work out, but I thought that was a little amusing because we sit in groups of 5. anyways, fun times. Let's see. What else can I talk about? Oh my gosh. Speaking of coronavirus, I sounded way too excited when I said that. Anyways, masks. I have managed to get my hands on some homemade masks, and also my my dad got some of the like paper medical grade ones through dubious means, I think. I mean, he ordered them online and it took them months to come, and they did come, and I have my qualms with that because our healthcare providers need them way more. I mean, me as a healthcare provider, like I will be seeing patients soon. I will need them. But anyway, so they sent me some, so that's good. And then my aunt sent me some homemade ones, and then ones I bought on Etsy, homemade ones as well. And I got them all on the same day. It was like they were all sent at different times from different places, Pennsylvania, California, Washington, and they all managed to get here on the same day, and it was just like mask day. All the masks. So I have some like chic ones, but what I really want, and I also really don't want it, is Redbubble has been making masks, and they're probably really poorly made, but you can get some really cute designs, and one of them is literally a pug's face, like the bottom half of a pug's face, and it looks terrifying. It looks so scary, and I really want to combine it with my eye mask. I have like a sleeping mask that is pug eyes, which also looks terrifying, and just the combination of the two, I wouldn't be able to see anything, but it would just be so beautiful and terrifying. And so like there's a part of me that really wants to get it, but I know that it's probably not worth it. I'll never actually and I'll never actually wear it because I wouldn't want to be seen outdoors. So that's about where we're at with masks. So luckily for me, I have plenty of masks, and I will have masks when I go to school, and they will be providing masks for us. So we'll see how it all goes. I can try and keep you guys posted on it. It's definitely interesting times, and because I mean we'll be seeing patients, so that'll be fun. I'm really excited, especially because the school has been taking a lot of precautions to put stuff into place to keep us all safe, and we will be regularly tested for coronavirus, which will be interesting. And all the patients will be as well, and just there's a whole like flow chart of what you're supposed to do and the questions you're supposed to ask, and if the patient is positive, blah blah blah. It's like a whole bunch of stuff. It's a lot of stuff to learn, but I'm just excited to get back to school. Terrified because of the workload, but excited as well. Ooh, I know what else. Ooh, I'm making a ladder in this game that you can't use. Isn't it beautiful? I'm making a ladder to I'm making a non-functional ladder to a non-functional space for the sake of cuteness. And also this used up tiles in my tiny build. Tiny. Anyways, but the other thing I've picked back up while in social distancing is yoga. Yeah. If you are relatively new to my channel, or not even that new, if you've like joined within the last year or so, you may not know I used to do a ton of yoga, and I'd bring back all these yoga stories because I went to this yoga studio where it was mostly like older women, middle ages to like grannies with white hair, and it was just so fantastic. I got so many cool stories from it, and I really loved going there, but with school starting, I kind of dropped off on that way back when. So I guess maybe that was more like 2 years ago. Time goes by so fast, and so slow. Corona vibes. So fast yet so slow. But yeah, so I've been doing yoga again, and that has been so much fun, especially because I've been playing music while I do it, and I can just play whatever music I want, and it has lyrics, and it's not like the orca sounds. Ooh, like, you know, that kind of like new age. I'm not a huge fan of that genre, so I'm really excited about that, and I just listen to whatever my heart desires, and it's so nice. So good. I've also been working on crow's pose, which is that one where you like are on your hands and you like get your knees up and you just kind of like hover there and like a weird, like you squat, put your hands on the ground and like tilt forward, and I can hold it for approximately 2 seconds. I know, thank you. I will accept my award now. I'm working on it. I have fallen over a couple times, which isn't great because like you go like forward and like, ow. Because like there's no way to catch yourself except for on your face. Oh my god. But so I have to be careful because my hands are important. But I've been having fun with that. Ooh, also I included a little desk here because I thought, ooh, maybe the person lives here, does all their farming, is like living an eco lifestyle, and so maybe they run a blog on their farming habits. Maybe they cook, maybe they're a chef. And so I included that as well, and I thought it looked really cute. Before there was just a dresser there. It wasn't really serving a purpose. I thought that I wouldn't be able to fit one in the bedroom. Turns out I could. So we put a desk there with a little computer, and I thought that was really cute. I can just imagine whoever lives here writing like maybe say recipe blogs. You know how like there's like 2 pages of like whatever the person wants to talk about, like probably whatever I'm talking about right now, but equivalent to that, but written out. Like, today my children decided they didn't like broccoli anymore, so I decided I would hide it in the brownies. I'm sorry. Okay. I give up. I'm laughing at my own jokes. So good. Oh, actually, that right there, the cabbages. That is what inspired me to build sort of a farmhouse type thing. And then with all the eco going on, I thought I'd make it kind of small and just cute. I've also included some other crops, but the thing I forgot, or never really knew, is that there are seasons now. Sounds really dumb. And so all of the different plants have seasons. And so I just picked out some plants that I thought would be good that you could make a meal with. Like I picked out the green onions and some mushrooms and some spinach and a carrot, you know, that kind of stuff, you know, that I thought would be in somebody's actual home garden. Turns out those all aren't the same season. So I had to fight them dying off. It was so annoying. I went to go do like my stunning end shot where like I go down and then I got the sunset going. It's beautiful. Just in the foreground there's just a whole bunch of like steaming green odorous like mist rising up from the plants, and I was like, why have you decided to die? So I think if you were actually using this build, you'd want to plant something that works, but hopefully I've at least laid out where they can go, and the spots there are like waterable, plantable, that sort of thing. They're just seasonally challenged, like me, like so many people, like seasonal affective disorder. I'm seasonally challenged. Ooh, I like that. I'm gonna pick that up. Seasonally challenged. But yeah, so I'm just trying to make the garden look a little bit more real, and I think it kind of worked. Pretty cute. Loving it overall. Oh my god, don't talk to me about the back of this build though. I didn't know what to do with it because those windows are 2 different colors, and I think it looks okay, but like this is The Sims and none of the wood tones match because they have a personal vendetta against people who like matching woods, which is basically everyone. So I guess it's not that personal. And so they didn't match, and so I kind of just like tried to cover it up, and so there are like no screenshots from the back, and so I'm a little ashamed of that, but whatever. I had fun. I've also like still super into using all of the like buy debug world objects, which is where I got those cabbages from, which whenever I say my cabbages, I just always think of Avatar The Last Airbender and the Cabbage Man. So good. If you know what I'm talking about, it's funny. If you don't, you're like, okay, fine, whatever. I've heard of that, maybe. Is that the one with the blue people? No. But you know what? Speaking of Avatar, with the blue people, there should not be an Avatar land at Disneyland. There should be an Avatar The Last Airbender land, because that'd be so much cooler. Anyways, not that I've been to either, or to the one, or would I want to go. I'm not a huge theme park person, but moving on in the ramble. Let's see, what else can I build? Or sorry, not build, but talk about. Ooh, I know. This is fun. So, part of me trying to properly social distance and also get in some exercise is my fiance and I have been going on walks, and those have been nice, but we get kind of bored with time. Also, all the sidewalks around here are super narrow, so if you have to pass somebody, you literally have to be shoulder to shoulder, unless somebody is willing to walk out onto the street, which is busy. And in Seattle, they have actually cleared out some areas that are like no cars allowed except for the people who live there. But those are kind of a far walk. And so it's kind of like, well, we're already going on a walk, but we haven't tried any of those places yet. But one place we have tried is cemeteries, because they have really wide pathways for cars to drive through, but there are hardly ever any cars. And so you can very easily social distance. They aren't super popular, and it's just quiet and green, and it's fun to look at the gravestones and see, what people's names were, all that kind of stuff. And it's like a little morbid. But like, I personally don't mind, and neither does my fiance. But the really funny thing about that is part of the reason why I thought about it is in Victorian times, about-ish, is when cemeteries were kind of made to give people an outdoor greenery space to walk around in. They didn't really used to have parks back then. The parks are a relatively new invention. And so before they had parks, they had the cemeteries, and people would go there, and it wasn't morbid like it kind of is now. And so I always love that fact. I will tell that fact to anybody. I will repeat that fact multiple times to anyone who will listen to me. And then the funniest thing about it was I told my therapist I was going to cemeteries, and she was like, in Victorian times. And I was just like, yes, validated. Anyways, we're rounding up on the edge of the build. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it and enjoyed this extraordinarily long ramble. But yeah, I hope to see you guys soon with some new stuff. I'm glad to be back for now, and I hope you guys all stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye!